Hello and welcome back to the Yellow Couch. I hope you're all doing great today. I'm very happy to announce that I have with me as our wonderful guest the lovely Imelda Lutebinga, who is Country General Manager of G4S. And today's theme for the Yellow Couch is going to be framing your future. And I'm really looking forward to digging deeper into your career journey, Imelda. I know you've recently been appointed this role, or I should say promoted to this role.
Sure.
So looking forward to hearing about your journey, how you got there, so that we can all be inspired by you and learn the tips on how we can advance in our careers. So, karibu sana.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful that you're hosting me today. I'm happy to share with you some tips.
In fact, this is your second time on the Yellow Couch, is it not?
Yeah.
So you're that good. She's back for more, eh? This says a lot. I'm really happy you accepted the offer for the second time. Before we get into the kind of nitty-gritty of your career journey and how you arrived at this point, I'd just like for you to share with our viewers a little bit about G4S. What do you do and how is it going?
Yeah, so thank you so much, Ella. G4S is a multinational company dealing with security, providing security integrated solution to all the industries across the globe. So in Tanzania, we operate in all the major industries, from the embassies, different diplomatic sectors, financial institutions. In the mining sectors, we deal with the residents and whatever industry really you speak of and call of. And we're quite rich in terms of solutions that can be provided from our global network across the board. But to be very precise in terms of the solutions that we offer, or the services that we offer, we're quite dominant in manned guarding solutions. We provide integrated solution where we embed now technology to the manned guarding component that we offer to our customers. We also provide cash solutions together with our valuables in transit, where we work with different mines in the country to transit the mines out of the country. Wow. So really, in a nutshell, that is what we do in Tanzania. We've been in the country for more than 20 years. Amazing. And we've been really growing year on year. Amazing, great. So you're doing big things and very important work, keeping us safe and keeping our assets secure, right? Very, very much. So a lot of your work is B2B, I guess, corporate clients and things, or is it a mixture? Definitely, we do a lot of B2B. That's our main segment. And as I mentioned, some dominant industries being the mines, the diplomatic sectors, the financial institutions, hospitality industry. But also, we also take care of the residents, specifically when we come to the alarm and response solutions in the residents. Okay. But we also do the international schools, and so it's as wide as it can be in terms of anyone who needs security services. We're here for them. Right, fantastic. So I'd like to kind of go on a journey with you of kind of your career history, and maybe you can tell us how long have you been with G4S and what was your role prior to this one? Yeah, so I joined G4S back in 2015. So that makes this being my 8th year, come Feb this year. And I joined as the head of HR at G4S. So I've been in that role for the past 7 years, prior to my appointment of a country manager, which started on the 25th of July this year. Oh wow, so very recent. Quite recent. Okay, quite good. Recent, yeah. And how's it going? I would say good. Yeah. It's really coming to play. I would say so. Yeah. It's been a transition, but a great one. It's been a push towards what I should really be getting to. Yeah. And I think as a business, the business has been cultivated an environment which is really equipping me now to function better as a country leader in the business. Yeah. Nice. So you were in HR, you were head of HR for 7 years. Did you know, was this your end goal, that I want to be country manager, or did this just happen? What was the kind of journey to getting to this point? Yeah. So at the point of joining, I came in as a head of HR, and it was a good challenge because I came from another multinational company, but managing a small workforce, jumping into thousands, from 50 employees to thousands. Wow. So that was a good challenge for the first 2 years. But I'm a person who normally tries to uncover and do evaluation and understanding where I want to go. And during that discovery process, it's when I came to know that my next move should be general management. Okay. And then it just taken X number of years to be where I am today. But I think a light or a glimpse of this is the direction I'm taking, I got it maybe 5 years back, and I started working towards that.
Wow, so it's been a 5-year journey, a very intentional 5-year journey.
Very true.
That's very inspiring, because that takes a lot of vision, right? And commitment to say
focus.
And focus.
Yes.
I'm gonna take this journey for 5 years and patiently wait for it to come to fruition.
Very, very much.
Yeah. So who helped you along on that journey? Can you shed some light on kind of the support systems, perhaps mentors, coaches, friends, family? How did you get the support around you to be able to achieve the goal?
Yeah, so I think I'll start from, I think it's very important, first of all, understanding where you want to go. So that was really, I discovered that through a discovery journey that I got through a mentorship program, or I think I call it maybe a coaching session that I had to do in terms of discovering my strength and how best I can function in what particular area. So I came to realize I'm not a specialist, but more of a generalist. And that's why I believe I'm going to function better here, and not saying I wasn't functioning really very well where I was, but I will explain later that I was not only doing that. So one, the mentorship was quite important to discover, but again, it really takes a village to take you where you should be.
Absolutely.
I believe there's that saying, and I think when it talks of a village, when you talk in a corporate world, these are your mentors, these can be your leaders that you work with, these can be your colleagues, this can be your family, you know, spouses and friends. So once you know where you're going, I think it's very important you articulate it right to the right people, so that they can all come and support you in that particular direction. So there's a lot of work that has happened internally, you know, I personally accepting terms where I'm going, but also in the business, my leaders, my mentors, you know, understanding the direction I'm taking, providing some guidance, being given opportunities, you know, to be tested and showcase my skills and expertise, and, you know, family level, so understanding this is exactly the direction I want to go. I've invested in some coaching sessions. I've invested in
yourself
mentorships.
personally.
So I think it's a lot once you know where you're going. There's that dedication, there's that commitment which starts from you. There is an intentional investment that you have to make to get you where you need to be.
I hear you. So what I've taken from what you've just said is, first it starts with self-awareness, knowing who you are, what you want, where are your strengths, where are your weaknesses.
100%.
Then it's about articulating it to the right people and being transparent as well. I think a lot of the time it's our best kept secret. I want that role, or I want to go here. But actually sharing it helps to manifest it, and then working on it with focus and intention.
Definitely.
And getting the support where you need it. And investing in yourself. I love that. You know, I think a lot of the time people wait for someone else to go, you should do this training course. But actually, what are we doing to get these opportunities? Nice. So you've also got this benefit, I would say, of, you know, having a human capital background, being the head of HR, right? So how would you say that role prepared you for this role that you're now in? What was the benefits that or the moments that you found really stretched you and got you ready to become country manager?
Yeah, so I think one thing that I did maybe differently is when I sat on the HR role, I was not just at the side or on a particular corner on that table, but I really made sure that I had a proper seat on the table. I understood the business strategy to be able to support it as a support function from HR. So that really exposed me to operations. It exposed me to customers. I had to do some customer visits, understand exactly what do they need, so that I can go back and prepare so that I give the right people or the right technology that's needed for a particular function. So I was already exposed in operations. So you're an HR, but I had an exposure in operations. When it came to commercials, I believe everybody can sell, because sales starts by just generating a lead. I met Ella and I said, you know, hey, I'm from G4S and we provide security solution. Would you like our salespeople to come and talk to you about our advanced technologies? So I've been doing a lot of that when even I was wearing...
Even as a HR.
Even as an HR, while I was wearing my HR hat. So talking about finances, I used to really understand, I had to understand my numbers in terms of the business. I will query, I've been very adamant to understand why a particular number wasn't right on a particular direction. How can we support to achieve that particular number? So really being at the center of the business gave me an opportunity of supporting the entire machine to work properly. And at the same time, it has helped me to stretch beyond just being an HR and become a business person, you know, being properly fitted in almost all of the areas in terms of understanding the business. I think that was kind of my preparation. And apart from that, I've always been a person who would not only just do what I need to do. My philosophy is excellence, is stretching me beyond what I can do. So I've been heavily involved in CSR projects. I've been heavily involved in PR whenever it comes to PR in the organization. I've been doing a lot of community engagements with whether it's the police or any kind of stakeholders, the ministries and the likes. So that really already has prepared me already to kind of a platform which as you know, I was already presenting myself in a particular platform to be ready to take on kind of a country leadership role in a way. Maybe not directly intentional, but then it just came by what I was doing on a day-to-day.
It makes a lot of sense. So stretching yourself and preparing yourself essentially for the stretch that would come with the role.
Definitely.
By giving yourself those opportunities to shine, but also to grow.
Very much.
And have challenges as well.
Very much, Because it takes you to do more than what you think you can just do. It takes you to stretch beyond it. I sit in the group council of diversity and inclusion for the entire G4S globally. You're as a member of that particular committee. So all these are just activities that I might have told them that no, I really don't have time for this now. But it's just always good to make sure that you're visible. You know, you add value in areas that you think you have got an impact to put on.
That is so important. I think I want to reiterate it to the audience. It's about where you can add value and not just where you want to go, but where 100%. You can do your best or grow into your best and also give back to the organization 100%. Because it's two-way, isn't it?
It is two-way traffic.
So what would you say has been the biggest challenge for you? Because this is a very important platform for us to learn and grow as people, as individuals. And so where have you faced challenges in your step up? I mean, for example, I think it's important to note that whenever anyone is being promoted, it's like you're at the top of your game, and when you're just before promotion, because you're at the best of the best in your category, and then you get promoted, and then it's like, oh,
you're starting
it's like
all over
starting
fresh,
again. You're starting again, and you've got everything to learn, right? So have you faced any challenges like that, and how are you overcoming them?
So you might think that there aren't challenges because it's the same organization, but literally, I was an HR director on Friday, and a country leader on Monday.
What?
So you can imagine that adjustment.
That's so difficult.
So it takes a lot in terms of the change from yourself, even just thinking, am I gonna still ask on the manpower that we are pushing as an HR, or no, Imelda, you have to switch 100% and focus on your revenue, you focus on your cost, and you focus on developing the business and
now you're accountable for that. It's not just as a stretch goal, it's like we're looking at you.
Looking at you to provide guidance and all that. So I think it's two key things I would highlight here. The readiness for you to adjust and understand that's going to be a stretch, but also giving yourself time. It's not going to happen overnight. As much as I was wearing, the title will change between Friday to Monday, but I think there's a transition to get you fully there. And during this transition, I think you need a lot of support as you transit, and I'm quite grateful of the leadership that we have in the business, because you're like not thrown on the deep end and then find your way out. The proper transition plan in terms of getting you to that particular space. But again, it requires a lot of you to understand that you have committed, Imelda, for this particular function. So as much as if you've got a person to kind of lean on or, chat to about, but it's you to drive it. You're on the driver's seat. I remember somebody saying an MD is not a managing director, but the main driver.
Nice. Love that.
So you can imagine you are driving it. But also there's that part of also getting your colleagues, getting your peers on board and transiting that, so that you can work together to drive the results. So the change is that being more focused on a holistic manner than just a narrow focus that I had maybe of an HR strategy and objective, and now wearing the shoes of business objectives. Where now as a leader, you are not a doer of the nitty-gritty, but more or less a leader and a person that you should provide guidance and support for the team, the heads of department, to be able to function on the nitty-gritty for the bigger picture to be achieved.
It makes a lot of sense,
It's a transition, 60 days on the roll almost now. Actually tomorrow, 60 days.
Wow, congratulations.
But then you can see the change. It's very promising where we're going. There's a lot of clarity, there's a lot of support, and we've got really ambitious goal to further the business in Tanzania from where we are today to a different G4S in the next few years.
Very
so we count on
exciting.
everybody's support really to get there.
Yeah. All the best. I'm
Thank
really
you so
excited for your journey. It's so inspiring. And I know, it's maybe a bit cliche to say this, but to see, another female leader rising, in our market, it's very important as a role model, but also I know you're a mother as well. You've got quite a young child, 8-9 months old.
Yes.
And taking a promotion amidst that. I mean, hats off to you. I'm really proud to see your growth.
Appreciate the support.
So Imelda, I would love to know, what is your kind of life philosophy that you live by?
Wow, good one.
It's a big one.
Yeah, but I think one which stands along with me is strive for excellence. I always give a very simple example. If you tell me, Imelda, clean this room for me, and you put a broom and accidentally I find a mopper, I'll mop. So I'm always driven by just going an extra mile, not just doing because I need to tick a box and that's it, but always sharpening, whether it's my skills, whether it is a particular project that I'm doing. I'm so much bored when it becomes a routine kind of a thing. I always like to find better ways of doing it in better ways. So really excellence in all that I do.
Wonderful.
And that is something I really try and strive very hard to stand for.
Clearly.
In all areas.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And it's a discipline, isn't it? And that's where growth comes from.
It does, because it stretches you all the time. And sometimes people say, Imelda, you're too hard on yourself, but maybe it's because of the philosophy behind me or within me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's got you places, so keep at it. Thank you so much for sharing. So I want to give you the final word before I wrap our conversation today. Sadly, we're out of time, but maybe, Imelda, you can leave us with a pearl or two of wisdom that we can take away and maybe use in our daily lives.
Wow. So a palette of wisdom. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, for me, really, based on now what we've just discussed in terms of my career journey, or, I think there's a way you title again. I know you cut it, so.
Framing your future.
Yes. So for me, really, as you've just placed it in terms of
Framing your future.
Framing.
Yeah.
So exactly what the title of the discussion was today in terms of framing your future, I think it's just been very well articulated. It's you have got a responsibility to frame that future. You have got a responsibility to seek God and understand exactly where you need to be and where you need to function. You need mentors. You need coaches. You need, leaders who will take you to where you need to be. We need to invest and be very much intentional on ourselves. Growth does not only happen on a comfort zone, but growth won't happen if it's not said and articulated, because you might have an intention of growing and being a certain person, but if you don't articulate it for people really to know that this is where someone aspires to be, then it stays there. So I really encourage, especially the young professionals, even the young people who've just got into the corporate world. You've got a lot of ambition, put the work first, because the work would speak for itself to a particular level, but it gets to a point where you also now have to articulate yourself, I know people talk of personal branding and the like, but for me, I'll focus really on purpose, know your purpose, and focus on where you need to be. Don't work in silence as much as the work will speak for itself. That is where the personal branding comes in as well. It's a place where you need to showcase what you do so that you can attract the right audience or the right people to invest in you. That's my take for today.
Thank you so much, Imelda. Very well said. Couldn't have said it better. Thank you all for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I certainly did. Please like, share, and comment on everything that we discussed today. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our socials. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. See you next time.